Hi, everyone. My name is Divya Saracen. I'm a Senior Director of Product Management at OpenGov, and I will be the moderator for our next session, Creating a Culture of Belonging with Manjula Talreja. It gives me great pleasure to introduce you to our speaker. Manjula Talreja is a results-driven senior executive and board member with over 25 years of experience in successfully building, transforming, and scaling publicly traded companies across multiple industries. She is currently the SVP and Chief Customer Officer at PagerDuty. Prior to joining PagerDuty, Manjula served as the SVP of the Customer Success Group at Salesforce, and she started her IT leadership career at Cisco Systems. Manjula has gained a reputation in the industry as a customer experience thought leader, and she has been named one of the 2020 top 50 women in technology. With the Great Resignation happening, attracting and retaining talent and creating a culture of belonging is top of mind for all of us. Manjula is an inclusive leader, and she has built world-class teams that thrive. She has elevated employee and customer joy through a relentless focus on their experience and connecting her team's work to the big picture. I'm very excited to listen to Manjula as she shares her wisdom and experience with us. So Manjula, please take it away.
Thank you, Divya, for the introduction. I'm so excited about our conversation today with all of you about creating a culture of belonging, which is so relevant for us leaders during the years of the Great Resignation. So over the last 2 years, as a Chief Customer Officer at PagerDuty, I've been running all of post-sales, which are about 6 organizations, and it's been quite a ride. It's a rocket ship. We are growing 30% year over year, and it's been exhilarating. But like every one of you, I'm doing a lot of soul searching on my leadership skills in the new world of the Great Resignations. This is an interesting quote that came in an email to me just the other day. Businesses that have earned a reputation of being a great place to work treat their employees like customers. Plum Clary. And I'm the Chief Customer Officer. So this got me thinking. And what we are learning with our customers about how we apply our customer learnings to our employees. At PagerDuty, we continue to share in our earnings call that our renewal rates are greater than 95%. Our customers love us and stay with us. So how can we do the same with our employees? Wouldn't it be amazing to have a 95% retention during the big resignation era that we are in? So before I talk about employee retention and belonging, I'd like to talk to you about PagerDuty and my role as Chief Customer Officer, because there is a link here. Today, when every company needs to become a digital company, digital operations need to work because they're going through major digital transformation post-COVID. PagerDuty brings their digital maturity. In this world, there's a lot of unstructured, unanticipated work that needs to be solved in real time within seconds during disruptions when digital platforms have to be stable. What is interesting is PagerDuty uses powerful machine learning for automation to fix all those problems between human and machine. And we pride ourselves that we reduce toil for our engineers who are our customers. So it's all about the employees. So the teams that I lead are the voice of the customer at PagerDuty. And when I joined as the leader of the customer success organization and the Chief Customer Officer, the team was really focused on being reactive, solving technical problems and questions of the customer. As I transformed the organization, what was important and some key tenets was our customers love us. And we are continuing to build a whole bunch of advocates with our customers. Wouldn't it be cool if we did that with our employees? They become more important as they grow in their careers as vice presidents because they take PagerDuty along. And if they change jobs, they take PagerDuty to their next job. We have loyalty for our product. That's why I see customer success organization as a key growth engine for PagerDuty and a strategic partner for our customers. We have transformed from being a reactive organization to a proactive organization for our customers and our company. So, how do we do that? My organization is at the heart of delivering the core value of our company, which is championing the customer in the customer lifecycle. And if you look at the lifecycle on the left side, there's a second half of that lifecycle, which is becoming trusted advisors to our customers, increasing adoption, value, and hence resulting in product expansion. And that is the vision of the customer success group. The best way to move through the journey is to focus on the customer's needs and motivations. What drives their success, their outcomes? What motivates them? What doesn't motivate them? Driving a durable, value-added relationship with our customers helps us create value and deliver joy to our customers. Like our customers, our employees also remember their experience, and it's about relationships. It's about bringing a sense of belonging, and it's about relationships for employees as well. And that gets me to the next slide, which is, what is connection-driven leadership? The parallels between customer journey and employee journey are very similar. There's a need to create a sense of belonging for every employee to the company's vision and their management. So focusing on their experience, bringing them joy is just as relevant as it is to our customers. It is important to understand every employee's why, identify their core motivations, and hence lasting connections with deeper relationships. So if I look at the employee lifecycle at PagerDuty, so many of our employees have joined PagerDuty because they say they really love our values. Championing the customer, running together, bringing yourself are foundations in inclusion, diversity, and equity. So how do we retain them once they are in the door? And that's the customer lifecycle. And this is what is causing me to reevaluate my own leadership. And that's where I think about being authentic, being vulnerable, and being self-critical, and putting a self-critical lens on myself and my leadership. In the world of Zoom over the last 2 years, there are no hallway conversations. I hadn't even met till a couple of weeks ago most of the employees in my organization. We'd done interviews through Zoom, and there was no personal touch. So I started getting feedback from my organization. Manjula, we don't really know you. So I put myself forward on becoming more authentic. And I shared with the entire team my personal plan. What is my core values? Integrity, family. What are my core beliefs? And they were so surprised to hear that my core beliefs are that learnings happens from failures, and leadership style that we win together and we lose together. This starts creating a certain relationship with the team where they feel it's okay to fail. It's about learning fast. It's failing fast. Very different dynamics of I got to deliver without learning. An article in March in the Harvard Business Review put additional context around the challenges facing employees and businesses. And they didn't call it Great Resignation. As the slide says, they called it the Great Rethink. Individuals everywhere are re-examining their why. Why am I motivated at work? Why is this organization a good fit? Why do I dedicate so many hours of my day to the work? And this article identified 5 steps for employees evaluating their current position and their employer. I don't want to talk about those 5. What I want to talk about is what we as leaders are the 5 steps we can take as leaders. And here I will dare to say 5 key points. Know your people to find their purpose and their why. Evaluate what motivates your people. Make job crafting a part of the management strategy, irrespective of what roles, whether individual contributors or management. And have a growth mindset to receive feedback from everyone, individual contributors, peers, managers, your bosses, to improve our leadership style. And the 5th one is help your teams connect with the company values. Now, that doesn't mean we'll be able to retain every single employee. There is going to be attrition. And if we go on the customer journey, how do we create a belonging there? Attrition is part of the employee life cycle. And this volatile period, our responsibility as a leader is to manage that effectively as well. To tell you a story, a great performer in our organization resigned a few weeks ago, and she was here for 3 years. As we got into her why, we realized she doesn't want the complexity of PagerDuty as we're becoming $1 billion and a multi-product platform. She wanted to go to a pre-IPO company with single product. And that's her why. But as she departed and we understood her why, she was committed to PagerDuty to deliver till the last day she left. And I realized she had left no space for herself to join the next company, and she just had the weekend. We all move around in jobs. We may cross paths. She may come back as a boomerang and restart her employee journey back at PagerDuty. So I sent her an email over the weekend and said, take the next week off. PagerDuty is giving a gift to you. This is all part of our customer journey and a sense of belonging, even when employees are leaving. PagerDuty recently did their own soul searching through an exercise to refresh purpose, vision, mission, and linking it to our core values. The purpose is we empower teams with the time and efficiency to build the future for our customers. Our vision is an equitable world. This is grounded in IDE, where we transform critical work so all teams can delight their customer. And our mission is to revolutionize operations and build customer trust by anticipating the unexpected in an unpredictable world. And we link all these 3 to our core values. So you ask, why is this important? My job as a leader, as we move to the next slide, is to translate the company values, vision, and mission to day-to-day tasks for my team. Truk, if you could go to the next slide, please. Thank you. Going back to my job as taking this vision that I just shared with you to day-to-day tasks. There's an interesting quote on this slide. Those with a best friend at work are 7 times more likely to engage at their jobs. Prioritizing the human touch is so important in these days of Zoom and video and virtual. I knew that was important. So I, as a leader, took the lull in COVID, which exists right now, looked at the budget, and brought my entire organization across Australia, Europe, Canada, and North America, as in the United States, for a one-day celebration 2 weeks ago in San Francisco. We did community work in the San Francisco Zoo, shoulder to shoulder. People made friends. And that's the whole thing about making friends and creating stickiness of people staying in the company. And now I'm hearing people say they will lead with empathy during periods when they're working together on solving customer problems because they've made friends. We as leaders need to walk the talk of bringing ourselves as leaders, being authentic, being vulnerable. I take the lead by living the values. It is no longer about IQ, EQ. It's about cultural quotient, showing human emotions, creating examples of belonging, putting on a more empathetic lens on everything we do as will enable us for a better way of leading and retaining our teams. So as we go to the last slide, I want to not give 3 key takeaways. I want to share 3 questions that I ask myself all the time as I continue to grow in my leadership skills. Am I anchoring my leadership on values most relevant to myself, my team, and my organization? How can I champion all my customers, including my employees? Remember, we started with our employees are our customers. And am I bringing a critical lens to my own leadership and evaluating how I'm showing up? Thank you, everybody. I hope this was good food for thought, and I'd love to hear questions from you.
Manjula, I think we have one question that has come through. Along with job crafting and other professional, along with job crafting and other professional development efforts, do you think it is concurrently important to acknowledge roles which do not have a path from which an employee can develop or whose scope is limited? I wonder if this question is for Minette or Manjula.
I can answer it too, because I think job crafting is such an important part as a leadership. You know, people think about career as vertical growth. I think about career as horizontal growth, then grow vertically, horizontally, and I look at my own career journey. So job crafting is so important. I say it in different words. I say it as, you've got your core role, and what are your stretch goals? And your stretch goals can be a gap or an opportunity within the organization that nobody else can detect. So I don't think there are any boundaries to job crafting. Everybody can do job crafting. And I'm sure Minette has her own point of view on this, but I hope it's in alignment with how you're thinking about it, Minette.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I have anything more to add there, Manjula. I think you nailed it. So yeah, it isn't dependent on role or hierarchy or level. Yeah.
Any other questions from anybody? Okay, I think that's it then. Thank you, Manjula, so much for sharing your experience and your wisdom with us.